I love it. Hey, kindness starts here. This your girl Quill, the one that keeps it real with that trill to give you a thrill that is beauty filled with looks that can kill. Hey, welcome back to God's Kingdom of Tarot Show. Tarot Show. You better act like you know. Hey. Sorry. I was I was I was distracted by a download, okay, about a conversation I had, all right? Uh, I love it. And I love you so much. Okay. But yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. Yeah, so we're sacrificing Judas now, all right? Judas ain't gonna be able to be Judas anymore. Actually, he's gonna stay Judas, all right? His reputation will live on, okay? As the identifier, we have a Judas, and everybody know who he is. So God says, none of them will ever die. Ever die. This ain't that everlasting life that they were talking about in the Bible that we think is so taboo. Nah. Ever. Because this world is going to continue on with the people in it who want to do right. Who know about this Judas. Who wants to know what they got to do to take down this Judas. To stop this Judas. Even if they don't take them down. Stop. So all you got to do is help. Take down. Or get the one who should die. That don't mean you got to kill them. You may be the one, but you may not be. God says, none of them will ever die if they help get the one who should. Help. Not just get, help. I got to change my settings. Thank you for tuning in. Because we got motherfuckers in our energy who know about this Judas and won't help you. Shout out to the 11 people up in here. I got to say that because they say I'm talking to myself. They know about this Judas. Probably want to do something about it, but probably don't. We ain't talking to them. They will die, okay? So it's possible that the people who want this Judas gone, and it's the same Judas for everybody. This Judas has been affecting everybody's life, even if you don't know them. You know of this Judas. You know how to get to this Judas. So you will help us, or you will die. I'm not threatening you. I'm not going to kill you. I ain't going to touch you. I'm letting you know the natural order of things. I did a reading about that not too long ago that said karma is natural. I think it's a members only video though. So sign up for my membership if you want, like what you see and you want more of me, please. But you don't have to. I'm happy to be able to give you guys these readings. And speaking of which, I do try to make an effort to come on here every single day. And I already came on here this morning. People are so spoiled. Okay, someone in my energy in the collective is so spoiled. They expect one. Like the one a day don't really even include the breakfast reading, or like I call it the breakfast reading. I'm feeding you guys breakfast, but like they don't consider, like, so if I give one in the morning, like they don't it's like the one in the morning is expected, so it's like not really considered the one a day, if it doesn't have to be. So they expect another one, like, but if you don't give them another one, they already expected the breakfast reading. So the breakfast reading is a giving for someone, okay? But I'm still not down to the time, so but I do make an effort to come on here at least every morning, but sometimes I get here a little later by brunch or something like that, but I do try to get it at the beginning of the day. So if you like that type of stuff, or if you're like that, you look at me. Someone told me they look at me as their coffee, or they're drinking coffee, and I go well with their coffee, and I appreciate that. But so if you're interested in memberships, or you just like what you see, you want more of me, and you like to see updated content from me, you should expect to get one every morning at least. Is that better for you? No, don't know what time in the morning, but I would definitely make an effort. And when I started this reading, it was 11:23 p.m. 123 was sticking out to me, and that those type of numbers mean alignment. Okay, so this word is really a destined word. If you come across this word, it's no coincidence. It's demanding obedience. It's an order. It's a command from God. You gotta help get this Judas. We're sacrificing Judas. I did a reading not too long ago that said they're not going to even be able to crucify Jesus. God is not wasting time proving that, and this is a follow up to that. Basically, you know, it may not relate to the reading, but I'm mentioning it for a reason. It's a follow up from God to that. And so these are the instructions. If you don't want to ever die, and that's going to be possible, don't worry about the logistics of that. I'm God, okay? And then if you don't want to ever die, you got to help get this Judas, because the lack of effort. Shout out to the 15 people, not 11 people up in here. The lack of effort is showing that you don't mind this Judas running the earth, because this Judas is affecting everybody's life, good and bad people. This Judas is doing that. This Judas is going around threatening people lives and stuff like that. However long y'all choose to say, I appreciate your time today. If you're new here, welcome. If you're OG here, God and Goddess, welcome back. What up, God and Goddesses in the heavenly realm? So someone is extremely independent, okay? So it's been hard for them to like sell their soul, or accept deals and stuff that make them feel like they're going against their values, or they're under, what is it called, duress to accept and stuff like that. Someone could have also treated you like that, and God is bringing that up. This is why this Judas has to go, okay? This part of the life this Judas has affected, okay? And then we have so Andromeda. I'm looking at the in Mada, okay, Madam as well, or someone's name could be like Nita or something like that, first, middle, last name, or nickname. Also, the colors pink and purple could be significant with silver or white, okay? So pink and purple together with silver, or pink and purple together with white, okay? It's very significant. And andro means water, or it relates to water, if I'm not mistaken. I'm getting hydro, even hydro. Is it hydrokinesis, the movement of water? So and then water represents flowing, like flowing creation, life and stuff like that. So throw them to the river, throw them at that, or you need to roll with the punches, roll with the plan as well, because someone's trying to save face, okay? We need lessons to grow, so don't take it personal, please. So God is telling you that. It's like, we need lessons to grow. This is sounding like a necessary evil for God. And I am not here to convince you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm convincing you to do that thing you felt the need to do. That's why you felt the need to do it, because God wants you to do it. I am fierce in reverse, okay? So you don't have to use more force. But even these people who are forceful against you, see, you can't be bought. You can't. They can't buy you. So they're hurting you behind the scenes, and this Judas is a leader of that. It's one person, and you know who it is. You've been, especially if you're a tarot reader or some type of spiritual energy reader. You've been picking up on this energy. It's that same energy. God wants you to help. That God is enlisting you. in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. If I die, let me die in the army of the Lord. If I die, let me die in the army. Okay? So if we're going to die, we're going to die in the army, fighting for God. But if you fight for God in turn, you will never die. So you wanting to and willing to go through that process is what saves you forever, eternally. Oh yeah, energy. Oh yeah, oh no is in reverse. Oh no, oh hell no. Hell to the motherfucking no. God is saying, or our goddesses and gods are saying, our ancestors are saying, our spirit team is saying, the god of goddesses in the heavenly realm are saying, gangsters for the Lord and Lady, okay? Test your gangster, use your gangster. What you been thinking to do to that motherfucker? Yeah, do it. Go ahead. There's your order. I command you to do this. Even though your winds blow, I want you to know you cause me no alarm, because I'm safe in his arms. Even though your rain falls, I can still make this call. Let there be peace. Now I say, go away. Oh, I command you day, because of faith. I have a brand new day. The sun will shine, and I will be okay. That's what I told the storm. I told the storm to pass. No, you can last. Go away. I command you to move today. Storm. When God speaks, storm, you have to cease, and that's what I told the storm. I told the storm, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I don't have to worry about a thing. I told the storm, I'm more than a conqueror in Jesus Christ, and he's gonna bring me out. Oh yes, he will. I told the storm, his amazing grace has brought me safe thus far, and his grace is gonna lead me home. I told the storm, I stood on solid ground and told my storm, and you need to tell your storm today. Oh, winds start flowing, blood start flowing, lightning start flashing, breakers start bashing, darkness pass, clouds move away. That's what I told the storm. Death can't shake me, job can't make me, bills can't break me, the seasons can't shake me. This you can't tell me when God surrounds me. That's what I told the storm. Oh, that's what I told the storm. Somebody out there, you need to stand up and stand on the word. That's what I told the storm. Greg O'Quinn, okay? I told the storm. I was just trying to sing the part that said, I command you to move today. I command you. Taking a hold of it. She said, even though your wind blows, I'm still standing on my business. Y'all got motherfuckers just clawing on y'all and pulling at y'all leg and y'all still walking and they clinging on to life. It's like they might as well be zombies. They're zombies. The divine God is ordering my steps. See? God made that order, that command. And even the song was saying, blood start blowing. I would get lost on that song, and I just pushed through. But blood start flowing. I think blood start flowing or something like that. Lightning start flashing. Breakers start bashing. Okay? My name is Basham Edwards Quill. Okay? They try to banish us. They try to get rid of us. Sacrifice us. Nah. You're the Judas who will be sacrificed now. And I did a reading not too long ago as well that said, we're not going to do them a favor and tell them all that we know. But we're going to tell them what they're about to fuck around and find out, basically. And out in that reading, it was sticking out that God gave, certain people. So there was this group. And this one person went rogue, that Judas. I thought it was a woman. But the woman could be the Judas too. But I'm thinking of man right now. There's a man, Judas, that needs to go before anybody else. Any more blood starts shedding and flowing, that motherfucker has to go. Do you want a revolution? Whoop, whoop. Do you want a revolution? Whoop, whoop. Okay. Revelation verses 7, chapter 16. They shall hunger no more, neither shall they thirst anymore. Preach, preacher. God shall wipe away every tear from their eye. Get ready for the revolution. Come on. What you saying? Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. And do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. And do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Sick and tired of my brothers killing each other. Sick and tired daddy living baby with their mamas. Kick a pile and a man play around. Beat a man enough to stay around. Sick and tired of the church talking religion. And they talk about each other. Make a decision. One, two, let's do relationship. Let's do that. Then. Resolution now. Whoa. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Say, do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Whoa. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. No crime, no dime. Politicians lying. Everybody trying to make $1. It makes me want to holler. The way to do my life, there's going to be a brighter day. All the troubles going to pass away. Revolution coming, revolution coming, revolution. Whoa. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Whoa. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Say, do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. What you feeling? What you want, son? Jesus is the true son. Jesus is the true son. The second in the Trinity. I know you're feeling him. 500 days and 2 million. Right? The last one won't pass. Don't be caught slipping. Don't be slipping, brother. If you move too much, you do too much. If you step against us, then you lose too much. Ain't no stopping what you're doing when the spirit is moving. Don't be hating when I'm doing. I'm the vessel he's using. Everywhere they be, they try to choose me. They try to take me. They try to budge me, but they can't break me. But because I'm down with Christ. Down, it's a feel all right. It's the East Coast say woo woo, and the West Coast say woo woo. And the easy say woo woo, and the third say woo woo, and the downtown say woo woo. And that say woo. ATL, Detroit, Fort Worth. I remember them saying. So Texas, those places, Michigan as well. But that was Kirk Franklin and the family. Revolution, they say all of that in a gospel song. And I think of gospels as gospel. That song is coming out for a reason. God is not playing, okay? It's either you or them, basically, at this point. Especially if you know this person. Shout out to the 6 people up in here. I saw y'all, okay? You gotta say that every now and then, okay? But yeah, the divine God is ordering my steps. That was an order. And if you complain once more, you may turn army of me. What? Stand up. You've got to manage. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And if you complain once more, you meet an army of me. Yeah. And if you complain once more, you meet an army of me. Army of me. Army of me. Dun, dun, dun. I used to know this song. I haven't sung the whole song in a while. That is Bjork or Bjork. I also think about New York. I think she's from New Zealand though, as well, or a place with new in it could be significant. Or new, someone's first, middle, last name, or something like that. New, or it has new in it. Nuance. There are nuances as well. Someone's creating nuances. But yeah, and when I think about her song saying "army of me," she's like an army of different versions of me, but the army that represents me, which is the soldier of the God's army. Okay, the army of the Lord. I believe there's a Lord and Lady. Y'all don't have to though, okay? But that's probably why. You remember how I was saying, like, I was thinking of a man, Judas, and then it's naturally for me to think of Judas as the man, but it could be a woman too. It's like, is this one person that should, and y'all all know about it. It's like, and if y'all put y'all thoughts together, y'all will come up with the same person. They need to go so you can have everlasting life, and not just that false fantasy that they gave you in the Bible. I'm not dissing the Bible. I'm not disrespecting the Bible, because I understand the Bible is written by men at the end of the day. And like I'm here getting downloads from God, these people got downloads from God and wrote it on paper, or they heard about these downloads from God through some type of source, whether it's directly from God or not, and then they wrote it on paper. And I'm documenting it in a way. I'm putting in work of body of work as well. So, like, anybody could say, fuck what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to force you to think that. I'm just giving you the information that is best that you think this certain way. Now that you know, because God sees that you know. There was a time where I first found out that, like, when people go to heaven, or, when people pass over, and because you don't go directly to heaven, you go to like this holding room. You're in this waiting room, breakout room. And, like when they go to heaven, during this process, it's like an intake process, like you would do at a certain service or a building you're trying to get services from, whatever that service is. You kind of got to do an intake or sign in or sign up or something like that. And one of the questions is, did they know me? And I didn't know I was that important. I was like, why would everybody know me? And if you didn't know me, but God knew you did know me, that's how irrelevant you thought I was, or, you probably mistreated me without knowing who I was. And because you did not know who I was. Me. And I was like, little old me? Literally. Like, I couldn't believe that. You could believe me or not, but, they asked, that is a question. That's a question on the sign up form or whatever it is. It's something like that. And I was like, what? And then they were like, some of them were getting beat up on the spot if they didn't know me, but they did know me. That's how many people lives I touch. without even knowing it myself. And I'm not talking about even just the inspirational portion. I touch their I cross their vicinity, I cross their path, literally, whether I'm aware of it or not. But if they were to ask me some of them questions, or if they ask me that question about this person, I probably would be able to tell you, yeah. And that's why they would get hurt. That's why they would get punished. But God looks at you like that. People ought to know you if God deliberately planted you and placed you somewhere. But I'm telling you guys how special I am. I don't have to prove it. I know. And I'm just telling. I had that vision a long time ago. I found that out a long time ago. I'm living today knowing that fact, but already having that vision or understanding, download from God, telling me that. Why me? I was like, what? I'm not special? I was like, how would they know me though? But it's deliberate. It's like how when Satan was running to and fro, and then he stopped where God was, and was like, and God was like, what you doing? And Satan was like, yeah, I'm running to and fro. And then he was like, did you see my servant Job? Like that type of conversation or that type of structure of thing is how people are placed into my life and your life, but especially my life. And I don't say this to be above you. I'm letting you know how much more it appears in my life for me to believe and understand. And I'm not just getting up here and trying to, convince you to do something or believe something you don't want to believe. You can take it up to God. Go ask God about it. Be careful. Be careful. I'm telling you. You might get that form early. I'm telling you. And I don't know. I just warn you because I know how God is. Like I just know how God is. Job was minding his own business. And then he sent Satan to his life. And with the purpose to do a certain thing in his life. Wreck his life up. Satan took that order, but he was hesitant at first because he knows the power of God. Nah, you touch it. You bless everything Job touches. I can't get to him. Oh, no, I ain't going to do it this time. But you just got to listen to one thing. Don't take his soul. Satan didn't even know the relevance of that. See? So in those instances where they asked about you, when God asks about you, whether you're dead or not, or you passed on or not, because you're not going to be able to pass on now. But, whether you're, aware of it or not, God gives a certain stipulation because God knows who you are. So if they mishandle that in general, that causes them to get in trouble. Big trouble, too. It's almost like you should have known better trouble, and then you're going to get in trouble and not know why somebody whooping your ass. Like figuratively, literally, you don't know why you're getting in trouble. Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard that confirmation. I think God be playing the drums on my phone. I scratch my nose after that too. But yeah, so yeah, he reveres in you, and so he wants people to give reverence to you, okay? And us, because you're relevant. And those specific situations, like in the book of Job, what I was just talking about in the Bible, like not all the Bible is true. You got to use your discernment. You probably don't even look at it the way I'm looking at it. That's fine too. That's fine. Just listen to my story then. It could go in through one ear and out the other. You had that permission, right? That's the only stipulation we have is to just listen then. Okay. I don't know. But yeah, so he's like, he's like, don't take his soul. Satan don't even know the relevance of the soul anyway. He probably does, but like in this understanding of the deal, That is a stipulation he's probably willing to follow because he don't know the significance of it. Or he could. And that's why he's willing to follow it. It doesn't matter. He gave a stipulation. And that is like that cherry on top. That is that string you pull to open a box or something like that. You jack in the box looking at motherfuckers, okay? But anyway, like after you pulled that motherfucker, pop goes the weasel, okay? Running around the mulberry bush where the monkey tastes the weasel. Da-da-da-da, and pop goes the weasel. Yeah, somebody baby, a nursery rhyme as well. Could be significant. Yeah, so, you got so much. But yeah, so, with this information that God is giving you right now, or this order, or I feel like it's a lot of confirmation for people. It's somebody in your life you wanna just take out, or you wanna give up what you have, the information you have. You wanna give up a secret, or something like that. You wanna go tell. You wanna, let bygones be bygones with some of these people too. It's like, but this one person is affecting that. But the divine God is ordering your steps. So listen to that order that God gave, because it's in God's will. We got the channel song "In Your Will" by Men of Standard. A lot of gospel songs. Go spell. Okay, they want to play? Go spell. Come and spell to me. Spells are just words, right? Prayers. What are prayers? Words. The Psalms. They look to the Psalm for prayer. But all of that in there, ain't all just prayer. Is requests and demands and orders David is giving to God, But God is happy to accept them, because David was known as one to be after God's own heart. So some of you are deemed to be after God's own heart. So God's like, that's why I'm willing to give you everlasting life. The everlasting life that you feel like you're invincible. You won't need to commit crimes. People won't need to commit crimes against you, because you're invincible. Okay? Michael Jackson could be significant as well. He has a album called Invincible. And I think he has a song called Invincible too. I don't know it. I don't know it is till I hear it. Okay? The eye, God's eye is on the sparrow. I have my own rendition of His Eyes on the Sparrow, and I feel like singing it all the way through. It's pretty long, so thank y'all if y'all tune in and listen to it all. All right. I thank you in advance. But let me take a sip. Take a sip. Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? And why should my heart feel lonely when I have a heaven as home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, so I know He watches me. sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I am free, and His eye is on the sparrow. So I know He watches me. I sing because I know He'll never leave. I sing because this I believe, and His eye is on the sparrow. So I know He watches me. I sing because I have joy, and I sing because I love my voice, and His eye is on the sparrow. So I know He watches me. I am that sparrow. I know this because He told me so. And His eye is on that sparrow. So I know He watches me. I don't care what they say about me, 'cause I know they will end up at my feet. His eye is on the sparrow, and I told you that was me. And I know He watches you too. And before you know it, you are through. I am that sparrow, so I know He will come after you. And when they try to come after me, my enemies, God will defeat. He doesn't play about his sparrow, so no one will ever touch me. I said no one will ever touch me. Thank you for the first like while I was singing my rendition of His Eyes on a Sparrow. I just sung it all the way through. I hardly do that because it was so long. They made me make it long too, but I hope you guys enjoyed that and it did something for you and empowered you as well. Because like I said, God feels about me. God feels about you too. That's why God is willing to give you that everlasting life. Okay, the real everlasting life. Yeah, so yeah, so many things came out in that reading. I hope it blessed you. I really do. You know, those who need to bless, it needs to bless them, okay? More abundantly. But in your will, by men of standard. So, you know, God is bringing you a men of standard too, you know, for some of you as well. But the men of standard God is calling in general as the army, as the protectors, as the lovers. Malcolm X could be close to you. Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, Nat Turner, you know, civil rights activists, Frederick Douglass, you know, those people who are willing to fight, revolutionaries. Yeah, and we got the Revolution song by Kirk Franklin and the Family earlier. See, your family willing to step in, your family willing to throw some dukes and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck is going on? So somebody about to get rolled up on as well, okay? So in your will, especially the will being here, you know, like the will could mean God's will first and foremost, you know, what God wants to happen. God requests, well, actually no request, demand, okay? There's no option. I'm just giving you giving you the courtesy of letting you know what I plan to do, but there's no option. There's no changing. You're speaking like you could change this. You're doing like you can change this. You're going rogue like you could change this. Yeah, so in that reading, I know I was saying earlier, but I can't remember if I finished the thought all the way through or statement all the way through or just didn't add enough. Okay, so I did a reading not too long ago that said we're not going to do them a favor and tell them all that we know, but we will tell them what they're going to mess around and find out. And then in that reading, it was like this group of people, especially girls. Oh yeah, that's when I was saying, like, I thought the Judas was a man, but it could be a girl too, so maybe it's two Judases. So I don't think I can, but yeah, but either way it go, we're sacrificing Judas, whatever that means. There's a culprit that has to go, but it's a rare one. It's that tumor we got to rip out. The tumor became benign. The tumor growed extra shit. That's probably why it's a man and a woman now too. So one of them probably also have an option to not be the Judas. If that's the case, they have an option. When they realize they're the Judas, they have an option to not be the Judas. They're going to have one more chance. And that's it. But that chance could be right now, though. Now that you know, there's a possibility you may be that motherfucker that they talking about. And it's the only time. The window will close. When this reading closes, the window is closed. So we will have two Judases if we need to. Because we are not spreading this shit like wildfire no more. Whatever Judas is doing, Judas has to stop. And the only way Judas is going to stop Because Judas can't hear shit. It goes through one ear and out the other. Judas always wants to feel in control. Judas always feel like there's a problem. Or they run to and fro, like Satan does. Looking for someone to devour. Looking for somebody to fuck with. All these people are playing peacefully. I had that happen a lot to me as a child. Even before the group would form, people will be that. And it's just be that group will want to be involved with you. They'll come one at a time or once, all at once. They want to be on your team. They want to play with you. So they come over here to try to introduce themselves like a class clown and disturb the class or disturb whatever function it is, event that's happening. I'll be out there by myself. Most of the time, I would start the group. I not on purpose, but people will flock towards me. Yeah, that type of shit. They flocking towards you and shit. Yeah, like they'll flock toward. I'll be minding my business. Most of the time, I'll listen to the music. I remember always, trying to find ways to buy batteries, and because we will always have like the boom box, but we didn't have enough batteries, or our batteries will run out because we would play music all day. And I would be listening to my music or practicing my dance move because we would make up a dance every day and stuff like that. So people would come over once at a time, ask to play with me. Some people won't, they would start mess with me first. But, like it will be, and then they will just end up playing with us. Like it was a misunderstanding they created, and we had no choice but to take it as what face value was. So someone is really trying to save face. Instead of saying sorry, they just like, I want to play with you in your field, but I don't want to think about the stuff I've done. I didn't mean that. I just needed to get your attention. No. Well, you got it, motherfucker. And you don't deserve it any longer. So you got to get out of it. With God. God's saying the same thing. Like, I don't even want to pay attention to you anymore. If you're on this earth, I'm responsible for you as God, Inherently, it's responsible for you. I don't want to have to deal with your ass no more. So you got to go. But yeah, in your will, okay? And I also think of, the will as being the will of fortune, will of a car, things turning, being able to turn. But with God's will, God stay constant. God only changes the will, and you won't know about the change. That's how much it is important to God and not you. That's how much God is in control and not you. I had to get this reading off my chest. When this came to me, I had to get it off my chest. I was going to save it until the morning. I was like, okay, I gave them a morning reading, now this gives me something to give them in the morning. I hardly like to sit on my downloads. Hardly like to sit on my messages. So I could be anywhere, everywhere, at any time I motherfucking want to. Stop worrying about me. Worry about yourself. Stop worrying about me, okay? A kid could even be saying that. So it's like, you're not of the standard. But men of standards, like, you're not meeting that criteria. Someone wasn't qualified and they've been having a vendetta and shit. You gotta go. Take your tantrum somewhere else. Ew. I won't give up, nor give in, and I'm holding on till the end, and I will be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in you, Lord. I'm staying in your I'm staying in your will. Yeah, I'm staying. Yes, I'm staying. I'm staying, Lord. I'm staying. Yes, I'm staying. I'm staying. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying. Yes, I'm staying. I'm staying, Lord. Yeah, I'm staying in your will. I promise you, Lord, I am staying in your will. Your will. I promise you, Lord, I ain't going nowhere. I am staying in your will. Your will. I promise you, Lord, I'm staying. Yes, I'm staying. I am staying in your will. I'm staying. Yes, I'm staying. I'm staying. Yeah. So I hope y'all enjoy that. I was also getting another song while I was singing. It's not coming to me anymore. Sorry. It'll come back if it's relevant. Okay, if it's necessary. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna make this too long as well. But yeah, so the divine God is ordering your steps. Okay, we spent a lot of time on this. And Oya energy. Oya is an Orisha. If y'all don't know her, she is Bonnie and Clyde energy. With Shango. She also brings the storm and fights and stuff like that. It's like, it's also giving me his battle is not your. This battle is not yours. It's the Lord. Thank you for the second like. Bonus blessings to you too. Oh, you took it back. Look at that. You're gonna see to this in heaven. Or if you go to heaven, when you fill out that form, you're gonna see to this. And I'm like, you don't know who that is? That's the person you went in there and took her like back. They be so petty. I'm still mad about that chicken. Ask the bitch about the chicken. Woo! Oh, I was getting Kirk Franklin, and I think it's them too, Men of Standard. Or is that what's the other one? It's like a number, I think. 21 or 21. I don't know. It's them. It's another gospel singing guys group. Man group, male group. But it's with Kirk Franklin. I feel like it was the Men of Standard, but they sound alike too, honestly. But yeah, Latter Rain. He says, when the people of Israel stopped complaining, and then God said, write the vision and make it clear. Something like that. Moses could be significant. It made me start thinking about Moses. Also think about Boyz II Men, their song I Will Get There, which is on the movie of Prince of Egypt, but which is the story. It depicts the story of Moses in that movie, Prince of Egypt. Okay, so all of this is relevant, you guys. Sit with me, please. Yeah. So, yeah. So even, like at the beginning of that song, he says like he was talking about the children of Israel, and then calling out to God, and at their wits' end, basically. And then God gave them an answer, an order, said, write the vision and make it clear. Okay. So, I could be writing a vision and making clear, set out clear instructions, set out this, because why must you need to do it if God knows the plan, right? It's like you're delivering what God wants to say. And this is the way that God is telling you to do it. Like when God told Satan not to take Job's soul. Yeah. Somebody's son is their soul. Yep. Yep. I heard it. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you. Okay. I was about to say thank you, Jesus. I refrain from saying thank you, Jesus, a lot. I think of God I think of Jesus as more of God than just Jesus. because I believe God made Jesus raise from the dead. I believe in my whole heart God did that. I want to get close to that one. I want to get close to God. So if I got to get close to Jesus to get to God, go, so be it. I don't dismiss God. I don't dismiss Jesus. Trust me on that. But if I got a pathway to God, if I, got a roadway to God, and I believe Jesus is much more than just what he's known to be as Jesus, I tie him up as God. So it's not me discounting him at all. So but I like saying Jesus, and Jesus like hearing me say Jesus as well. But, I kind of refrain from, giving praise to Jesus. Like I could reference Jesus, give reverence. Look at that. I love that. But yeah, reference Jesus and stuff like that. But I really look at him as God. Like I look at him like God snatched his soul up and placed it in God. And Jesus was just the vessel that he allowed Satan to play with, basically. Job and Jesus. Both start with J's. But yeah, someone name can start with a J-O or a J-E as well. Or Joji. GG. Hey, about the GG energy I was getting as well. But yeah, and even when I heard about Gaia, because I haven't really, I would hear about Gaia in this, and I would put Gaia in this hippie term thing, when people believe God is, a woman, they just think God is a woman and not a man at all. I just looked at Gaia like that, but, when I learned of Gaia, God brought me to how it's a guy, yeah, I'm God, yeah, this is God, so things are transforming, transmuting. You're becoming that God in you is shining through, and that's all people can see. So how we know of these God and goddesses, goddesses and stuff like that. But, we know of these God and goddesses. See, they like to be called God and goddesses because they gangsters. All right, I love it. But yeah, so, the God and goddesses we know in history. We know of them for a reason because they've been known to collide with God, basically, or represent, let God embody them so much that they look like God. And that's why it's known as they were type of gods. See, we're not worshiping different gods and idols. We're worshiping the source. We want to worship the source. Some of us chase after God's heart, like David did. But yeah, so, God gave this instruction to Satan about Job, don't take his soul, but didn't tell him why. Didn't give him the rationale why don't take his soul. Satan is also related to, the concept of the serpent in the Bible with Eve. And what he came and told Eve, the serpent came and told Eve, he didn't say you would surely die, testing her listening skills or, testing her obedience, which the whole story is about, right? He could have stopped there. He ended up telling her why God didn't want her to eat from that tree. But who's to say that was the truth? Who's to say he even knew? And that came before the book of Job. Who's to say he knew? Or he may have known to let you know, oh, you got it wrong. You're not obeying me because, you think you're going to die. You obeying me. You're supposed to be obeying me because of this rationale. And I'm testing to see if you know that. Or I'm testing you to see if you care to know that type of information that I'm divulging to you or giving you as well. But she just said, we're not supposed to eat from the tree because we will surely die. Because a lot of motherfuckers are scared to die. Okay? Brings us to that story. I didn't know I was going there for Eve. Maybe Job, but not really even Job. Job also could mean job. Something about a job. Someone's sabotaging that. Someone's trying to make sure you don't progress. That's why they just got to go. You need to be terminated, exterminated. You got to go. You becoming a pest at this point. You don't see nothing that matters. You don't see the importance of anything. So you have to go. You're in our way. You're in a work-only zone, and you're not even trying to work. And he says, so the serpent says to Eve, nah, he didn't say you would surely die. As if that is even different. Why would I want to risk possibly dying? But he could stop there. And that's why I don't believe the Bible, all the Bible is true, or I don't take it at face value. People trying to save face because things have been proven wrong, right, huh? You have been proven wrong at any avenue. No matter if you try to snuff out the proof, stop the proof, ignore the proof always comes out because the proof is the truth. No matter how you look at it, essentially it's the truth. And, or it's helping a truth along. It's helping a truth, but it's surrounding around truth. It's related to truth. The proof is the truth. I did a reading about they lie because your truth exposes theirs. And I stepped on some bunions in that motherfucker. But yeah, so he's like, yeah, you won't surely die. Like, why are you telling me this? And so I also think, another theory of mine, you know, however I look at the story, I also think the serpent was God. Or the serpent was related to someone that was very near. Because also in the book of Genesis and in that chapter, I think, that I was just talking about, they start talking about the story of Cain and Abel. And it ends up being said that, you know, when Abel died and he was buried, or she was buried, because I think of even Abel as Abel, but you don't have to. It could have been a girl. And see, that's boy and girl energy there. But yeah, so when the girl was buried, the blood, the tree started dripping blood, I want to say. Or something about the blood was apparent. And then when God came, and God, it seems like God always shows up right after these acts happen. That's why I think those people who did what it, like, so even Cain could have been God. Cain, the serpent could have been God. Satan could have been God. Because God knew everything to say, you know, to make someone be convinced to do something or not convinced to do something. If they were really using a serpent. And even with the Eve story, I think Eve is really Lilith, okay? I think Eve is a myth, but I just say Eve for ease and comfort and familiarity and stuff all across the board for you guys as well. But I still believe the Lilith thing. I'm hesitant to say a lot of the stuff I believe. You know, so if I ended up saying it, I believe it enough that even if it's proven different, because it's not wrong, it's just different, then it's accepted to be proven, I guess. I don't know, but it's okay with me, you know, and I don't mind even admitting like, oh, I thought this, and it's all up to interpretation at the end of the day for me. So I'm pretty good if, you know, like I get most of what God says and I just need to tweak this a bit, you know, but I'm not going to deceive people initially. I'm hoping to bring people the truth, okay? I'm hoping to bring you the truth so that whatever these lies and deception was doesn't continue to steer you on the wrong path or off the path that God wants you on. I probably won't be responsible for every step of the way in that process, but any process that God assigned me to play or the role God assigns me to play, I'm willing to play it. But yeah, so, Eve, even with the story of Eve, he says, like he gives her, like, he kind of throws her a ball, like, it says, nah, he didn't say it. He don't want you to eat from the tree for that reason, like somebody hearing what is giving me energy, like, or it's giving me energy that, somebody's hearing something someone's hearing something that they told someone else, and you're hearing it from someone else's mouth. So, and that's my thing with the Adam and Eve story anyway. It's like Adam was given those instructions. We see in the book that Adam was given those instructions. Eve wasn't. Eve knows these instructions because Adam, as the messenger of God, sent them to him. To her, sorry. So, to me, the serpent sounded like someone hearing what he told someone else, but hearing it in a different way. Because even when he told Adam, you can eat from every tree but this tree. And I also did a reading about that. It said you had access to, you were told you had access to all the trees. Now you have access to none, or something like that. Yeah, see? Yeah, I can't run rampant no more in nothing, okay? Y'all don't have the freedom that you're trying so hard to stop us from getting it, and then you having it on your own. Nah, I did a reading about that. It's either going to be you and them or just them, but it never be just you. And that them has to include all of them with you in order for it to be even including you. You're the guest of honor. They're the host. Feel like an outsider. Whatever you got to feel. But long as it keeps you in check, long as it keeps you putting things into perspective of what God is and who God is, be still and know that God is God. So, going back to the story of why I believe, God was actually Satan or very close in the vicinity when all this was happening. Watching, so if God wasn't, the serpent or Satan, or God was up in a certain perspective to view what has been given, what instructions, the results of the instructions that have been given. And I feel like he responded and said to Eve, like, nah, he didn't want you to eat. He didn't say don't eat from the tree for that reason. He said eat from the tree for this reason, basically. He didn't really want you to have the same powers of the gods. And you see how that could even invoke jealousy? That can invoke jealousy. Like, so why they got powers and we don't? And then I can't eat the tree to get the powers that I'm doing? That's a way that was invoking jealousy. So another test that someone's saying as well. But only the person in control can get those type of tests. And why did she just believe that or just take it at face value at that time? God gave you some ammo. See, I said that on accident. But the snake gave you some ammo. Be like, is that why you don't, like, oh, I know the secret, like you could have went back and played with it, with God. I know the secret. You don't want us to get powers. That's why you don't want us to eat from the tree, It shouldn't make you go rebel against God's word. And then you listen to someone who is not the source of where it came from. unless it was the source. But it trips me out because it's like, like I never understood. I'm like, she probably wasn't developed to be that smart, but I just feel like as a kid, if I was told not to do something and then somebody tried to tell me to do otherwise, I would take that information back to the person who told me not to do it. They told me not to do this, and then they said this. Like, I'm not snitching. I'm just, like, confused. Like, what do I listen to? I know you told me this, so that's why I'm coming back to you. But why are they saying this? Like, oh, and then it gives them more information to know what fucking information is being distributed out there to people as well. But nah, she just was like, she could have been rebellious. She could have been jealous. Like, okay, oh, you're trying to keep me. Oh, you not gonna. I was getting Langston Hughes' poem. I too sing America, or is it called something else? I don't know. But yeah, see, that could have been confirmation. But he says like, when I'm bigger and strong, you won't tell me to eat in the kitchen or something like that. And I was getting that, like, like I would have went back and been like, you don't tell me I can't get powers like them, or like, or like I wouldn't have went back and said that, but that's basically how she was doing. Like, like, you don't tell me I can't get powers. And what if that wasn't the reason? What if that wasn't true or anything like that? She didn't console her source. She didn't take her source's side. She didn't know who was in control anyway. And has she encountered the serpent before? How you gonna let some random niggas throw you off your path? I don't know. Like, as a kid, I wouldn't do that. I don't know. I wasn't doing that. Like, when I saw people when I was a kid doing certain things, I would just, like, my thing was, like, people would be comfortable doing things around me because I'm not a snitch. Like, but you couldn't force me to do it. They just really had me around because they knew I wasn't a snitch. They trusted me around. That's it. Like, but they didn't always, they didn't try to even convince me to do things I didn't want to do. If I expressed I didn't want to do it, most people didn't try to force me to do it, or couldn't. If they tried, they couldn't ever. But they will want me around, knowing I probably don't get down with that type of stuff, but they will want me around because I'm the only one they trust. I used to live with this lady I called my godmom, and she would let me stay in her room more than her sons, because her sons have been known to steal from her blood sons, all the time. She would trust me. She would actually want me to stay there when she's gone, because she trusted that I would, like, not only I wouldn't take her stuff, I wouldn't touch her stuff. I rarely touch her stuff. If anything, she touched my stuff more than I touch her stuff. Like, I never had a interest to touch her stuff. I don't touch people's stuff, honestly. And I know her background. I'm like, I know she worked hard in the past to get what she has. So I don't touch her stuff, but her sons don't think of that as well. And she's seen that, I guess, and she would leave me in her room by herself and would want me to stay in her room. Like, I would be staying, like, I think I even had my room at one point in time, and she will want me to do that, because not only I won't touch her stuff, like, I won't let nobody come in here and just rumble through her stuff as well when she gone. She used to have a padlock on her door, and she'll leave and come back. And this was actually before I moved in. She would leave and come back, and I think that first day I moved in, somebody had one of her sons broke into her door to get something. But, like, instead of even just waiting for her to come back, or, like, or just telling her that she didn't know it happened until she got there. But, like, that type of energy, like, being that person who has that type of energy, I can't be easily influenced. Okay. And then when I see something I don't like or want to pertain in, or indulge in, whatever, I just don't be around it. I dismiss myself. I bow out respectfully, put my usher hand up. Okay. I'll be gone. All right. I'm quick to go. All right. I don't stay nowhere I'm not wanted, nowhere I don't feel comfortable. I try not to, like if I can help it, and I didn't hear an order from God saying like, I know, just endure it a bit, bear it a bit, okay? Bear it a bit. Because sometimes God tells me to do that. Because God knows how strong I am. Like, so it's something about like people knowing about your character, a certain character. And I was talking about that earlier about, when people get to the certain spot after they pass over, they're asked about me. Some of them could be asked about you because there was a relevant encounter. And depending on how they even saw the perspective of that encounter would be whether or not they make it into heaven or make it to the next level, matriculate and stuff. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave it here. Okay, quit while I'm ahead. Okay, is that the same one person up in here? Thank you if that is. I appreciate your time today. However long you've been staying or whatever you heard or how long you've been here, I appreciate it. If that is the same one person. If not, I appreciate one person always being here. God. I thank you, God, anyway. But, it goes without saying. Okay, it goes without saying. But yeah, so the divine God is ordering your steps. Order my steps in your word, dear Lord. Lead me, guide me every day. Send your anointing, Father, I pray. Order my steps in your word. Please order my steps in your word. I forgot the next one. Lordy, I was like, what is it called? Lordy, I ask thee, teach me your will while you are working. Help me be still, 'cause Satan is busy. God is real. Order my steps in your word. Please order my steps in your word. Right on my tongue, let my words have a fun. Let the words of my mouth be acceptable in your sight. Take charge of my thoughts, both day and night. Please order my steps in your word. Please order my steps in your word. Order my steps. Order my tongue in your word. Wash my feet in your word. Wash my heart in your word. Show me how to walk in your word. Show me how to talk in your word. And I need a brand new song to sing. Show me how to let your praises ring in your word. In your word. Please order my steps 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 in your word. Father, order my steps, Father. Order my steps, Father. Order my steps, Father. Order my steps in your word. And I forget who sings that. I feel like it's, I know it's a choir, but it's like a man they were giving a tribute to who passed on the other side as well. And after saying all this, I hope I introduced you well, God, because it says, I am God, okay? It says, I am God. And on the back of it, it says, be still and know I am God, okay? We got Jeb energy in here, okay? Jeb energy. He gives me freaky energy most of the time, and I've been avoiding it. He'd be like, I want to jab in that thing, but he was giving me a Shiva energy, like I want to jab somebody, sock somebody, even as well, It's giving me that. But he's earth energy, earth sign, a man earth sign could be very important. But they even God could be coming through and saying, like, I told them, be still and know that I am God. Like I was talking about with the obedience thing, or, like correcting what was said, like the game of telephone. Like telephone, when they get back to you, shit switches these days. Niggas talk more than bitches these days. Who can get the pussy quicker these days? We licking these days. Like telephone, things go around and switches these days, something like that. But like by the time the thing in telephone gets to you, it's totally different from what somebody said, because people ain't listening right. People hearing what they want to hear voluntarily, involuntarily, and type of shit. All right. But yeah, Jeb energy. And then he is also with nuts, okay, who arches over the earth. She is known as the seed that fruitifies the earth. She's the reason why the earth is fruitified. So if you take away the reason that we're here, then there's no reason you should be allowed to be here. Oh no. And Jeb and Newt, they were known as the original Adam and Eve, or Adam and Lilith energy as well. Like, see, it's all time back. Guys, like, somebody's been disobedient. I didn't tell you this shit. Okay, I didn't say this. Oh, you want to say I said this? All right, I'm gonna go along with what you say. What else I say? Okay, because when I punish your ass, you ain't gonna be able. When I banish your ass, you ain't coming back. Okay, some of these people are gonna go poof out of existence. We ain't gonna even know of your reputation. You heard that? If you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know very well who you are. We will get you down, right back to the ground. You had to go, well, not many. Well, we gonna get you now. You are Judas, baby, juicy. Do this. Do this. Judas. We're screaming at you. Scratching the hell out of my nose. So good. I can't do it. I can't. Purple and white. That purple is significant. Purple is related to the crown chakra. I'm entitled to the blessings of Abraham. The blessings of Abraham. And Ra was pointing me out to the Ra. Abra. Okay. Abra. Okay. A brother as well. A brother. He's a brother. Okay. Their name could end with a ham. Okay. OD. Start with a RA. First, middle, last name, or nickname. I am that I am. I am that. It goes without saying. You will rule a nation. Okay, see? We got things to do. We got work to do. Work to do. God can't let us die, 'cause we have work to do. And we've got life to give. Life to give. We got work to do. Okay, we got to rule some shit. Okay, we run the world. Okay, we run the world. Okay, whether it's girls or boys, we all run the world that needs to be running the world. We gonna help God get this Judas or these Judases. Okay, that's what we signed up for. I've been mentioning all night. Okay, this is my work of art I just wrote not too long ago, September 20th. It's called It All Goes Without Saying. Okay, and all is in parentheses, so it really is, it goes without saying. Okay, I am. All right, so it all goes without saying, or it goes without saying, I am. Okay, God. Okay, so and it's about me, you know. And I've been trying to avoid saying it. All right. I'm proud of it. It just like sometimes I don't think people deserve it no more, you know. Like I shared it once. Okay, you want me to share it again? Okay. But like not to the ones that want me to share it in a good way, but that's how people take my stuff, you know. Like they do that. They would like share it again so I could take something else from it. Okay, Chris Josh. Okay. Just a shame. Okay, just a shame. Motherfuckers be having way more than me. And then when people copy you, they try to copy shit from back in the day so you won't remember it, thinking you won't remember it and shit when it come across your face. Like, oh, you'll probably agree with this so much because it's yours. Like, and then you said it a long time ago. They'll copy from you like that, but they starting to get bold with the shit. That's why we got to sacrifice Judas. They'll start copying shit from your new shit that you know clearly you just said that. You the only one that's ever said that, and you know this motherfucker wasn't thinking about that type of shit. You ain't gonna at least try to cover it up. The name Cook could be significant as well. Okay, so yeah, so it all goes without saying. Okay, my name is Aquila Clark. I've come to know my name could mean that I am a cursed lark or prone to the use of crack. I've never smoked crack, nor do I plan to. Not just in this lifetime, anyone that would exist in time. Look at me prophesying already. It's the only thing oh, sorry. Yeah, not just this lifetime. Anyone that will exist in time, any lifetime that would exist in time. We need more motherfuckers like me, all right? And I am helping build a world just like that. It's the only thing I have time for. Okay, back to my name. It could never mean crack unless you're talking about how I will, 1, crack your head voluntarily or involuntarily. 2, crack any case you're involved in, victim or suspect. And 3, crack your mind wide open, visually or literally. Don't you see how 1 and 3 are pretty much the same? Because either way it goes, I will crack your skull, or I may have to. Thanks for your time. Hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, I've been talking about a lot of that stuff. Like the existing time really got me. Okay. I got lost on that part. But yeah, the existing time, you know, like this is what God is offering you. Eternal life, immorality type of energy. You know, you will never die. You will never die. If you help us get this Judas, you will never die. Because Judas is the one that should die. And Judas is trying to make you die. Because they know they should die. You're the sacrifice. No, now we're turning that sacrifice around on them. Neath, okay? Ooh, and she in reverse. She hardly comes in reverse, okay? This is the mother of God, okay? She sits on the sun. Who could sit on the sun? Somebody very powerful. Somebody bigger. than you, bigger than you, and I, somebody bigger, bigger than you, bigger than you, and I. That's Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, some other people. Diedrich Hammett, is he in there? I don't know. Who made the flowers? Who made the trees? Who made the blues that these older men sing? I think I don't remember the song. I like the song though. I love listening to somebody bigger than the universe, bigger than the darkest cloud. Because he's the sign and sun. Oh, I forget he said that too. Somebody bigger than the universe, bigger than the deepest sea, bigger than the darkest cloud, bigger than the sun. It's something like that. Yeah, but somebody is bigger, way more powerful than you. You ain't got shit on them, okay? They ain't got nothing but you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. Nothing. Someone's name could be Bob or Robert. Isn't that like a different name for Bob or Bill or something like that? Bill and Will and all that type of stuff is giving me that. But B.O.B. and Bruno Mars, Nothing on You. They ain't got nothing on you. But I also was thinking about Cardi B song. Thank you for the second like, and may God bless you just for that. Bonusly too, because somebody took away my like. I should have had 3 by now, but it's all right. It's all right. I don't do this for that. If I did, I would have been stopped. Ooh, but I was thinking about that. You little bitch, you can fuck with us if you wanted to. These expensive. This is red bottoms. These are bloody shoes. Hit the store. We can get them both. We don't want to choose, and we quit. Cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, we don't dance now. We make money moves. When we ain't gotta dance, we make money moves. If we see you and we don't speak, that mean we don't fuck with you. We bosses. You a worker, bitch. We make money moves. See, I'm trying to be inclusive, okay? But even like the dance part, like it could be talking about dancing, like the art of dancing, but how like you could dance. People say like dancing with the going with the flow type of energy, like you're doing this dance. Oh, you want to dance with me? You want to do this dance, this type of dance? Like I don't dance no more. Like we ain't dancing. We not beating around the bush. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Stop beating around the bush. Wow, I gotta get it out. Woo, woo, woo. I got to get it on. Woo, 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 woo. Ooh, give yourself to me, can never be wrong. When the loving's good. Oh. I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long. But if you feel like I feel, baby, come on. Whoa! Come on. Woo! Let's get it on. Ah! Let's get it on. Sugar, sugar, let's get it on. Baby, darling, let's get it on. Yeah. We're all sensitive people with so much love to give. Is that how I got? Marvin Gaye. I was just trying to sing the beating around the bush part. Somebody be passionate about that part. Come on. Whoa, come on. They ain't taking no for an answer no more. Come on now. And God is neat is like neat to me. It means like a neat person as well. So a mother could be really neat, or has this mother persona, like they like things neat and in place, or organized chaos, like as well, because she was in reverse. She's like, yeah, we're gonna get crazy in containment. I did a reading about that like a few months ago, maybe even 3 months ago. But we gonna get crazy in containment. We're gonna keep our composure, but we're gonna express ourselves. Okay. That's what this is giving me. I'm very determined in reverse. It's like I ain't about to work hard for this, or I ain't about to do this with you. I'm not about to play these games with you, okay? I'm not about to do this shit. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Who the fuck you talking to? Oh, bitch, you choked up. You lucky I don't want to fight you. I'ma let God get you. I ain't breaking no nails, boo. Ever heard of Jesus? Yeah, that's a cool dude. He ain't always like that. Yeah, you better back, or get smacked, or slapped, or slammed, down flat, or all the way fucked up. Sometimes I feel the same. Yeah, you know my name. Don't get boxed up and end up looking like a frame all over some punk ass fame. Yeah, never be the same. Yeah, Jesus don't play about me. You know he told me he'll never leave, so believe it or not. You don't wanna get shot. Cause when you fuck with me and get a little shady, you might as well have fuck with a baby. All the way fucked up. All the way fucked up. Ooh, all the way fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. All the way fucked up. All the way fucked up. Ooh, all the way fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Don't let it be my baby or even my old lady. Jesus is that dude. He'll really act the fool. I ain't gonna tell you again, back before you hear clack clack. They ain't teach you about space. You must really want a cake. You must catch one and beat it. You may get one and bet it. But either way it go, you ain't gonna live to tell it. Something's really wrong with you, but you really just don't get it. I could play a game or two, but when it's a bore, I quit it. Go ahead, just forget it. Like I said before, I give it a God and I meant it. All the way fucked up. All the way fucked up. Ooh, all the way fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. All the way fucked up. All the way fucked up. Ooh, all the way fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up, you all the way, you all the way, you all the way, fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up, you got me all the way, all the way, all the way, fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up, alright. That's my song, all the way fucked up. Hi, I'm Quill, and you got me. Yeah, I'm introducing myself. Y'all about to have to introduce yourselves, okay? Let them know who you are. I'm Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki the Ninja, Nicki the Boss, Nicki the Harajuku Barbie. Like, I don't even know why you girls bother at this point. Like, give it up. It's me. I win and you lose. Oh shit. I'm a bad bitch. 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 I told you before. Y'all gonna have to put my fruit out. In addition to picking my fruit out, I want some. I need y'all to hit up the boutiques. I want some crazy shit. Like I want some leopard skin, some lizard skin. I want some. You could be my personal shopper. Like, oh shit. Itty bitty piggy by Nicki Minaj. But yeah, I was just trying to say because she say, oh, the many things she is. I'm Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki the Ninja, Nicki the Boss, Nicki the Harajuku Barbie. Like, I don't even know how you girls bother at this point. Like, I just had an epiphany. I need to go to Tiffany. Benny's on my slippers and my cookies always slippery. I don't need help. I pay the bills on time. But he be yelling fucking with a dildo. It's fine. Five, little mama, you a 3-star. I ain't sleeping when I say I'm in my dream car. But look, did I stutter? Harajuku hyphen. I'm hot in the time with the right sit. I was in the chair. I was doing my weaving. When you hit the stage, you were booing. They were booing and weaving. No money, red flag, no more auditions. Ask Little Wayne who the 5-star bitches. See, ask somebody else. Okay, ask them then. Okay, ask about me, nigga. Ask about me. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. Chastity as well. Or someone was chasing, okay? And now they just can't hold it in. I've been really trying, baby. And then before that, I was doing 5-star chick. That was Nicki Minaj part on 5-star chick. And I was also thinking about Trina's part on that. How does that I'm a 5-star bitch because I ain't that other bitch. She be struggling for her from the womb. I've been rich. I ain't gotta talk about the money and the shoot game. All you gotta do is Google Trina, see the poof game. Ain't none of these hoes doing fine in the recession. They cars get declined. Now they suffering a depression. Now in the meal signing all kind of deals. I'm a 5-star bitch eating 5-star meals. My whole lifestyle is like coming to America. See my Louis luggage, see my bag, how I carry her. Walking in the airport like I'm in the parade, going on the E-train. I'm a 5-star bitch. I'm a 5-star chick. I'm a star chick. I'm a 5-star chick. My head stay high. But yeah, 5-star chick. Yo Gotti, Gucci Man, Trina, Nicki. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go. I'm good. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. Okay, I hope I got all the information I need to get out for you, God and God's team. All right, Whitney, I felt you here. Jesus is the living word, and then Mary Magdalene. Jesus and Mary Magdalene got together. They together. Mary Magdalene is in reverse. What is that? Okay. What's going on with that? Okay. So we got Mary Magdalene and Jesus here. They were the epitome of what God and Goddess would be if they were in a relationship on this earth. And you remember I was talking about God, people embodying God, big figures embodying God. Mary Magdalene was also one that could hang around people and not be influenced. And I was talking a little bit about that in my life as well. I don't really like to talk about myself, but I do believe in God using me as a ceremony. Shaka Khan, they were bringing me the Khan in that as well. She spells her name different than the C-O-N Khan, but someone was being a con. Okay, they were trying to con somebody over, manipulate somebody. So that's why they gotta go. There's no other option for them, just for them to go. Someone's name starts with a D. Okay, I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Oh, oh. Another embodiment song. Okay. Whatever you want, whatever you need, anything you want done, baby, I'll do it naturally. Whitney, I can't do it. I can't. I can't. I did a lot of big songs today, didn't I? Don't you remember? Adele. Jesus is the living word, though. And I wrote many things on here. I'm also getting Fred Hammond, living word. You are the living word. Bread of heaven, sent down from glory. The many things you were on earth a holy king, a carpenter. You are the living word, bread of heaven, sent down from glory. Yeah. But yeah, and then that song is reminding me of, like, in the Bible when Jesus came back at 12, I think, or whenever he started his ministry, actually started his ministry, and he started, and people start spreading his word through the word of mouth, or spreading what he does through the word of mouth. And then it was like, what? That's just Joseph's son. That's the carpenter's son. Okay, so he worked with his dad as well. So a son could be working with his dad as well, figuratively, according to a plan. Also as like a job, or like a business. Yeah, a business. Yeah, we bosses, y'all workers, bitch. Okay, y'all want the job. Okay, we want the job. We want all that shit that God took from Job and gave back. Actually, we want the shit that they gave back to Job, okay? But we don't want to have to lose everything like Job did, okay? Because this is the point where that stops, okay? Leave all of our shit where it is. Leave it alone. Back away like you never touched it. We're going to forget this ever happened, right? See? If you don't ever want to die, and none of them want to ever die, they got to help get the one that should. But I wrote some things about Jesus on the back of this. And then he came in my dream after I wrote this card and was like, the only miracle worker. And I was like, really? You took, like, I was so surprised that he was not satisfied until I had that. Like, and you forgot a thing and another thing. Okay, and another thing. But yeah, so I put our ultimate sacrifice. Look at that. We're sacrificing Judas now, because we already been through that. He was the lamb. Now behold the lamb. Grace. And I boxed that one. I just noticed that one. Well, I noticed it because I did it, but that was the only thing I ended up boxing. Well, I boxed mighty and holy as well. Holy, grace, mighty. Mighty, holy, grace. Okay. Could be significant as well. But that one I actually boxed with straight lines. The other ones I boxed like as a design, But yeah, so that could be significant though. But yeah, so he is grace. And grace is one of the highest gifts you could get from the most highest, all right? See, we talking about who's the one. Who is the one? You the one. All is forgiven though. Okay? All is forgiven. See, God is trying to forgive you. Just help me, okay? So, yeah, and then so this, I was talking about the rogue group, the group where someone went rogue, and so that person is still going rogue at this moment in time. But, the people who were going with them, and those people bowed out respectfully, listened to God when God said stop. And then God was like, okay, to prove that you don't, that you should be forgiven, that you should be rewarded and put back in my grace again, you got to help me with a certain mission. And God was handing out these papers, like these new contracts as well, probably, these new deals, these new assignments. And it included something that helps you, So if you want to really prove that you're sorry, you got to help that person. If you want that person to forgive you, you got to help that person, and not just help them with shit you think they need. What God told you to help them with. Not nothing else. No, create nothing else. All right. So, yeah. So, we are adopted because of that. Someone could actually be adopted as well on, this 3D realm. But we're figuratively adopted, or people are figuratively adopted through us. Because Jesus said in John 10:10, I think, I am the way, the truth, and the light. No one comes to my Father except through me. No one. See? So you got to first follow Jesus. Know Jesus. No, Jesus is the representative. No, Jesus is that messenger, that prophet that God has sent. No, Jesus that comes from God to get to God. Jesus is that stepping stool. Jesus is that pathway. Jesus is that red carpet that leads you on that road. Come on down the road. Ain't that from the movie The Wiz, or is it The Wiz or The Wiz of Oz? I don't know. But I feel like The Wiz was the one with Michael Jackson, right? I don't know. I didn't watch either one of them like that, but I know the gist of the story. A holy king, okay? He is a holy king. A holy king, a carpenter. Did I put that together during that time? I don't know. I don't think I did, though. An everlasting father, okay? Our Father. Another Fred Hammond song. We love to call you. Like your grace you have adopted, now we're your children. You now receive us, joint heirs with Jesus, our Father, our Father. And the awesome love you've shown to us goes beyond our wildest dreams. You saturate our lives with grace and mercy. Glory, glory, glory. And because you love, you chasten us if we should go astray. Like a father, our Father. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, you chasing us. Remember I was saying chasing and chastity and stuff like that? Look at that. Yeah, so an everlasting Father, a wonderful counselor. If you ain't got nobody to talk to God, okay? If you need therapy, go therapy to God, okay? If motherfuckers trying to suggest you go to therapy with God. Shit, it's better than any therapy session you could get, okay? Because God chastens us if we should go astray. And that chasing most of the time just be that pad to push us back into the line. You know, if we go astray, you know. My sheep know me. They hear my voice. They know my voice. Type of energy. He's coming through as well. Mighty God. He's a mighty God. I knew he was God at one point in time, right? Prince of Peace, okay? Prince of Peace, okay? Be my peace, 'cause I need peace. Be my peace, 'cause a fella needs peace. Good fellas too, as well. The only miracle worker. That's the one that he told me to add. I added it in yellow on the side. The only. It trumps everything. I trump the Sabbath. I trump this day. I'm everything that is you. You better watch who you talking. It's not coming out. It's from Smokey Northful's Justified, okay? Because the Pharisees, he was saying, like the Pharisees came up to Jesus and the disciples while they were picking food in the field on Sabbath. And then the Pharisees, the Christians of these days, that's who they are, the hypocritical Christians. Because not all Christians are bad. Some Christians don't even know they follow a doctrine that allows a certain agenda to push forward with these Christians who are not devout as they claim to be. This devout is just a shell. Look at that. I couldn't even get it out. I had a hard time getting it out too. And then I said, thank you, love. All right. But yeah, so, yeah. And what was I saying? Yeah. So I was talking about yeah. So the Pharisees came up and was like, who told you to, yeah, I was about to go before that even happened. But yeah. Who told you to pick stuff on the Sabbath? You're not supposed to be doing that. And then they used to punish people just for stuff like that, you know? But they found him way in the field and shit, found them way in the field and shit. They could have been following Jesus. That was that energy I was talking about when, like people would come to your group, like and try to distract your class or what you got going on and shit like that. Distract them. They was picking food. They needed to eat, okay? And then so Jesus is like, I he was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You kill the sacrifice. You clean the sacrifice on the Sabbath. They have a need, and it's my job, my responsibility to meet this need. I'm the Lord of their life. I'm the Lord of this day. You better recognize who you talking to. And then he says, as Jesus is talking, I noticed that the disciples didn't utter a word, because Peter be quick to pop off, or like his disciples become protective of him. And you better recognize who you're talking to, basically. And Jesus is like, like, you better recognize who you're talking to. And he was like, I Smoking Norfolk was like, I noticed they didn't utter a word. He was like, because Jesus stepped in and embodied their presence into their life. Wow, I didn't know it was gonna go that far. I can't remember how it go. I normally could remember it, especially when I hear it. But like I normally could remember it better than that. I don't know. I try not to beat myself up, but it's hard over stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, and then so he was like, yeah, because Jesus has stepped in, like he's like, yeah, I'm the Lord, and start representing this. He's like, it's my job and my responsibility to meet their need, basically. I don't care what rules are happening and stuff like that. They have a need, and so I need to address that need of them. He started taking the place in their life. He started speaking for them. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. There's no pain Jesus can't feel. There is no heart that he cannot heal. When all things work according to the Master's holy, holy will. No matter what you're going through, remember that God is using you, for this battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. There's no sadness Jesus can't feel, and there is no sorrow that he is not able and willing to heal. When all things work according to the Master's holy, holy, holy will. No matter what you're going through, remember that God is only using you, for this battle is not yours. I'm stopping. I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop it. All right. I was trying to work through it. All right. So that's Yolanda Adams. The battle's the Lord's. Okay. And then last but not least, we got John John energy here, and it says God loves me. And I was reading the side that says God loves me, and then John is on the back. So it said John loves me. Okay, so someone could be dealing with a John as well. But John was the most loved by Jesus. John and Jesus were cousins, but he loved him the most. You know, when they would mention like asides, they was like the one he, or sometimes they wouldn't say John's name, but they were talking about John. Like David, he was known as one that was after God's heart. You know, like, so it's like a whole phrase determines you right now, or God is giving you a whole phrase as well. Okay, that's exciting. Okay, that determines you. You know, like, or you are one of those phrases, or both. You know, where, you know, God really loves you, the one that God really loves, the beloved one of God. I forget what they said in the Bible about John according to Jesus, like the one that's beloved by Jesus. Like, but it was just like, you know, they made it. It was known, like in history, that this is who he is to me, because the beautiful thing about John and Jesus' relationship is that they were cousins, and the relationship of how they were cousins through their mothers, you know, their mothers were sisters, but these sisters didn't get along, or basically one sister didn't like the other, because I don't think Mary had a problem with her, or it was hard for Mary to get along with her. Mary just knew that this person doesn't like her. Elizabeth didn't like her, and it was true. She didn't think it was enough room for both Jesus and John. So I think it's so beautiful that Jesus and John found a way to exist, and God made sure of it. God sent the dove down, spoke from heaven to John about Jesus. Like, this is my son I am so pleased with. It's another part where God could, you know, like, I feel like God was even both. It was two people God was in that moment even. God just had to say, or God ends up having to say this as an announcement, as a PSA to all around. But God was really down there, which is Jesus. God is like two places at once. Anubis could be close to you, because I think about Anubis when that happens, you know, a lot, because Anubis like masters that skill to me, and it's another form of God, another form of Jesus, actually. You know, like Anubis and Horus, which can mean hoes or rest as well. But Anubis can mean a new bitch. But, you know, like Anubis and Horus, sorry, Horus, don't mean no disrespect by it, are cousins as well, you know, and that's funny they're coming out. But, you know, it's like those energies, like they're not so far removed. But people, if we left it up to these Judases, whoever they are, they're not so far. I mean, they wouldn't have to separate. I mean, they would separate, you know, if we leave it in their hands, because they were always doing things or thinking in a route of separation. Elizabeth thinking it's not enough room, whether she was talking about figuratively in her house or not. But I feel like she was saying it was not enough room for them on the earth, or that's her thought process, even if she didn't say it or they didn't record that shit. It wasn't enough room for both of them to be great. That both of their births were prophesied. And then Mary needing a place to stay, Mary and Joseph, the family needing a place to stay, basically. The Holy Family needing a place to stay. And all you're thinking about is how it's not enough room for so many extraordinary people to be under one roof. So you don't understand the importance of a team. Someone also could play like fantasy football. You know how you build a team based on, you know, whatever you know about that member, right? I think that's how it goes. But, you know, people play that type of things. Like, you know, you get a person on your team for certain strengths and stuff like that. And don't you do that in video games? Like what is it called? Not Madden. Maybe Madden too, right? What is the other one? 2Ks. What is it called though? Yeah, I forget. I don't know. The basketball one. I was thinking about basketball, but like the people on your team, like you want a strong team. Baseball, even, you want the stronger team, but you pick them based on their skills and what they're good at, or what even you will want to bring out, whether they know they're good at it or they're good at it. But you need this to accomplish a certain goal. So this is what you're gonna do. John was sent in Jesus' life at the age that they were, because they were grown by the time he actually encountered Jesus. And Jesus still loved him the most. So I think that's so beautiful. So, like all is not probably even lost with a cousin as well, like as well, especially someone with the name John in it, first, middle, last name, or nickname. Okay. But yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna pull any more. I can't do Michael Jackson. So someone's name started with M or J too as well. Especially J's. The J's keep coming out, okay? And then it says you are never alone, okay? And then God signed it. Signed God, okay? You are never alone. And sometimes when I hear this, I think of like you're not never alone in how you're thinking. You're never alone. Someone's always watching over you. And I've been speaking about like God witnessing certain accounts of your life or situation God put you in and stuff like that. So, and then being there, like, as, like the person interacting with you and, being there to watch above. So it's like higher self energy as well. When God is in it, there is no limit. When God is in it, it's not over. From Israel, New Breed. You remember I was talking about new earlier as well? Look at that. So yeah, Israel, New Breed. That's a song. When God is in it, there is no limit. When God is in it, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Till God said so. So I count it all joy. Make the old things new. Wow. And then Moses comes out. I was mentioning him earlier. Yeah, Moses, when God spoke to him through the burning bush, per se, but he was really coming from heaven, like he was really coming from heaven, but he used the burning bush as the messenger, basically. Wow. And then, but when he approached Moses with his mission, when God approached Moses with his mission, Moses was like giving him pushback too. Like, I stutter, like I stutter, like I'm not good enough for this. Or, like, depending on what part of the story I'm talking about, because I'm also talking about when he had to like be the forefront, knowing that he's going to speak on the behalf. But I'm also going back to the movie where they more so focused on him finding out that this hits closer to home than he imagined, than he even knew about. So he went back to like his family and started asking questions about, why they did this and why they did that, because his family was actually in charge. Like the leaders of his family was actually in charge of some of this. So y'all gonna find out leaders of the family were actually Judas that need to be sacrificed. But he didn't do anything to his parents or anything like that. And it really touched my soul when in the movie they show when Moses ran into his real biological brother and sister. And Moses grew up in a castle, in a palace, rich royalty, And the good thing about Moses, he never like craved, like being a part of position. He understood his brother, Ramesses. Yeah, that's how they say it on there. Ramesses. He is his, like, he's the entitled son. Like it is his turn, basically. He respected it, unlike Scar did on the movie Lion King. He was like, man, we gotta get Mufasa's out of here because Mufasa is entitled to this kingdom. I'm not. So, but the only way I can be entitled to it is I gotta get Mufasa out. So we stopped them from killing Mufasa. We're stopping them from killing Mufasa. God has stopped it. They ain't gonna even get the chance to do that anymore. God ain't wasting time trying to prove to you why you don't deserve it over them. So, like, so it touched my heart when he first met his family, because he grew up like a certain thing, and then his brother and sister had to end up being slaves. So, these are the people who work for him, even sometimes in the palace, who are servants, they grew up to be the slaves who were outside of the castle, outside, treated as like actual slaves, not just servants. Yeah, like, so he had servants and like closer to him, or being able to interact with him, that he would know about. But his brother and sisters weren't part of that group to be servants. They were part. They were not house niggas. They interrupted me and said they weren't house niggas. They were field niggas, basically. So yes, our savior Harriet Tubman didn't take no stuff. So when he meets them, his sister, his older sister, was the sister older or the brother older? I can't remember. But the sister was mainly involved in when his mama left him on the river, and he ended up in this palace, So, she followed him. She actually followed him and saw where the sister followed him and saw where he landed, to make sure he landed somewhere safe and stuff like that, And she saw everything, but she wasn't able to be there. So when she finally saw Moses, when he grew up, because she would know who he is, because he was, a royalty. He was part of royalty. He was known as, I forget, is it prince? He was a prince, basically. And so she sees him and recognizes him, and he don't know who she is from a can of paint, because first of all, he was a baby the last time she saw him, and then her brother was with her. I mean, their brother was with her as well, and he was more timid. He was more trying to stay in line and not rock the boat, ruffle feathers and stuff like that, and even trying to shush her up and tell her to be quiet, because she goes on and is like, oh my God, you grew up, you came back for us, because she thought he was over there. That's how far removed it is from that place, or people shouldn't, like, the royalty shouldn't mix on that place, because she was like surprised that he was there, and she thought he was there because she was coming to get them, or save them or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then so she gets all happy and excited, oh, you came back for us, or something like that, or like, it's you, and stuff like that. And then so she tries to give him a hug, and he slaps her. He basically, not slaps her, like moves her hand down, and she falls to the ground. And then her brother, because he's so timid and stuff like that, so a mother and a son could actually be brother and sister, as well. I was getting that. Someone's name could start with an L-E-B or BB, boo boo. Those two B's in their nickname type of energy. But yeah, so so she falls on the ground, and he's trying to console her and trying to tell her, like, oh, be quiet, don't mess with him and stuff like that. We don't want to get in trouble. Are you trying to get us killed or something? He was saying. And then he started apologizing to Moses. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, she don't know what she's talking about and stuff like that. No, you are our brother. Like, she would not give it up, like, because he was like, I don't know who you are, get away from me, peasant. Or he called her something, like, and he thought he was just so above, and it was like he was so far removed away from her. And then he ends up finding out, like, the people, she was telling the truth the whole time. She was telling the truth, like, and the people he grew up with was actually the people he should be slamming down and stuff like that. But, he didn't still feel like that towards his adopted family or his real family. He realized what God was telling him to do when God finally came to him. So, but I believe God also set the scene for all this to happen before God came to him personally, because he ended up running away, and I think that's when God came to him. But I'm not remembering correctly right now, and I need to go anyway. But yeah, so that part touched my soul, because I was like, even for him to act like that originally, like, to feel like he's above the slaves. I understand, they aren't supposed to, touch royalty and stuff like that. But like that reaction, it was just too quick, and it was natural. Like, it was too, like, it was too like my head is so far up in my ass and in the air, like it's like I'm so far removed from this, even if nobody told me so. And it's like no humility ever, it seems like. And then he had to be humbled as well. So somebody also could be experiencing that lesson or has experienced that lesson and had that experience with someone who was really their brother or sister. And, when this person first met them, they kind of scolded them and looked at them less than, okay? And when this person didn't really do nothing, like, I know it was against the law. That's what I'm acknowledging that for. Like, I know she probably not supposed to touch royalty because it was against the law and shit like that. But, like, it was just so, it was like, no, like, he felt justified in it. And, someone's name could be Ray or have Ray in it as well. I was getting Ray Charles. Ray Charles could be one of your angels as well. Bye-bye! 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 Oh, baby! Oh, I love you! No one above you! Hold me tight! Make everything alright! Oh, 'cause the nighttime is the nighttime to be with the one you love now. Baby, 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 oh, baby. Rick James. I forget who else sings that, but I know I said Rick James. Hey, Rick James. He come and sing playing the guitar. Sorry. I'm gone. Ray Charles. Okay. The nighttime is the right time. But on that movie, Ray, Regina plays that girl that was singing that part of the song. Regina King, right? Yeah. I get her and Regina Hall, I think, mixed up, But the name Regina, also Regina means queen, as well. So you see royalty. Ooh, that's coming. It just came back to me. I know that as a thing, and I grew up with people named Regina, and I didn't even know it was queen then. But like even nowadays, I still don't think of someone being named Regina, and then I translate it to queen as well. But if you think about it, if Regina means queen, that means her name means queen and king as well. Or like her name is Queen King. Beautiful. Okay. Or even like the girl comes first or something like that, ladies first type of energy. Yeah. I'm also thinking about the song Fire and Desire. You don't understand? You don't see how it go? I dedicate, I dedicate to you. This song's for you. You don't see the love on the phone thing. You don't see the perks of this whole thing. It only gets worse when you know things. You don't see the perks of this whole thing. But you get real on the pill and I like it. You're just like my sidekick. I just want to ride it, fulfill all your desires. Keep you in the front and never in the back and never on the side. And yeah, that's the part I was thinking about. It's like they want to keep you in front of them, to be even able to keep an eye on you as well. Wow. Whew, yeah, so I'm going to leave it here. I hope this message blessed y'all and y'all enjoyed it. I went a little longer than I needed to. Again, I try to come on here every day, at least in the morning. Now, at least in the morning is a reading you're going to I'm gonna get, but I still haven't been able to, pinpoint a time and stuff like that. Yeah, and so, and you know, if you like what you see, you want more of me, definitely come back, subscribe, join this tribe, hit that bell. I don't feel like singing right now anymore. But that was Drake, Fire and Desire, if I didn't say it. I feel like I did though. But yeah, so yeah, anything you want in this reading to come true, I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. If you are new here and you have subscribed, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Hope we continue to connect, and I hope my messages continue to be useful for you. And thank you so much, OG God and Goddesses, for tuning back in and continuing to support us. I hope my messages continue to help you as well, and we continue to connect if necessary and if God's willing and wanting. Okay, God's willing. All right. Someone's name can start with an M, end with a Y. Okay, but yeah, so I'm not doing no more. Okay, thank you, God and God's team, for your messages today. I hope I did y'all justice. I gotta go. I gotta go now. Motherfuckers be judging you, and should I cut these other girls off? We never decided. Think about you think about me. We both a different breed. I ask you what you need, you say I guarantee. I mean, you say that like it's easy, but you a real ass nigga. You're a real ass woman, and I like it. I don't wanna fight. I was about to call him a nigga, or her a nigga, or so somebody could call the girl, "That's my nigga. That's my bitch." That's my best friend. That's my best friend. You better fuck it up, fuck it up. That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own car. She don't need no lip in the deep floor. She a girl don't tip into go through the dump and to come back in. That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own car. She got her own money. She don't need no nigga in the dance floor. And the girl's gonna tip. Something like that. Or somebody could be a dancer. She just got out of college. She's dancing for them dollars. She work hard for the money. So hard for the money. So hard. She be dancing for them dollars. Yeah. Dollars. Tiger. Okay. The tiger. Y'all got that tiger belly. Okay. Don't worry about all that. It's a tiger belly, okay? It's a tiger belly. Oh, them J's are significant, okay? G as well, okay? When I see J and G together, I think about God and Jesus. When somebody was trying to put Jesus before or eliminate God and just have Jesus, you can't do that, okay? Where you gonna go, okay? Where are you going? Jesus is only the pathway, so where are you going to go? You have no destination now if God is not in it. And we just said when God is in it, it's not over until God says so, basically. There is no limit because God is in control. God is all powerful, almighty, okay? I just want to get your attention. I really want to be all up in your head. Daddy's home, all right? Daddy's coming home, all right? Daddy, we thank you, love, for being our daddy. And thank you for loving us, daddy, daddy, daddy. Oh, when you fuck with me and get a little shady, you might as well have fuck with a baby. A line from my song, if y'all know. Bye, you guys. I'm about to go, okay? Kiss your kids for me. I kiss my baby all the time, all right? Sending you love, light, and presence, okay? The presence of the Lord is here. The presence of the Spirit is here. Love you. Love you all. You know who I love. You know who I love, okay? I don't love all you motherfuckers, but I love all of you motherfuckers, okay? More than not, okay? So again, God says, which sacrifices Jesus now? Sacrifices Judas, okay? See, look at they trying to, no, okay? Judas, okay? We're not sacrificing Jesus, okay? We ain't changing our minds, okay? Because what's that's going to do? What has it done for us? It has not done nothing for them motherfuckers. And that's why God took so long to bring another Jesus. Why hasn't nobody noticed that? Anyway. But yes, so again, anything you want in this reading to come true, I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. Please like the video if you haven't already. And thank you so much. Bonus blessings to you if I'm not on here, okay? Because they've been doing something with, I don't know. They're doing things, but it ain't going to stop me, okay? You see, I own the night, okay? I own the day. I own anything. I own this earth that you walk on, okay? And you don't even know it. I am not alone. God is here with me. He seems far away, but He's here to stay. I am not alone. 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 Why alone? Did you think so? But I know so. The thing is the original thing. Until we know for sure, our thoughts don't even matter, right? Until there's something to anchor it to. Your Maya could be close to you as well. Rock the boat. I'm your mama, all right? Or it's your mama. Or somebody doing your mama jokes, all that shit. Trying to get under your skin. Stop it, all right? I'm not supposed to be reading no more. I'm scratching myself. Thank you for the third like. Oh, I was supposed to leave, all right? Thank you for the third like. Bonus blessings to you, okay? I was about to leave. No, thank you. I got that third like, okay? Someone took the like from me earlier. But yeah, they was like, yeah, it's your mama, you know. For some of y'all, it's your mama and stuff like that. And Orisha energy is killing energy. And we had 2 women Orisha come out, all right? Nana Baruku could be another Orisha that comes out. So we got like Empress, High Priestess energy, you know. I was about to say Ogun. And his name to me means Ogun. Oh, you want the Ogun? You want me to get the Ogun, or you want to be my Ogun? Okay, my best friend. Okay. That was Sweetie and Doja Cat. Okay. I forget. Is that my Bessie and a Tessie? Okay, is a Tessie coming? All right, stop. I'm not supposed to be reading nowhere. Was this supposed to be a surprise? I ruined it. I'm sorry. See, I gotta go. Who knows what else I'm gonna reveal. Hey, yeah, oh. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Ooh, you think you got it. And thunder, and the thunder, and the red, let's work it. Good love is options. Why, you're nothing but denier, and no, you're not happy here. Oh, yeah, oh. Hey, yeah, oh. Maybe get it. Dun, 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 dun. Ain't nothing but the better. Dun, 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 dun. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Something like that. Outcast. Hey, yeah. Okay. Hi, ladies. Yeah. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. I don't hear y'all. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. All right, 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 all right. And then our fellas. Yeah. I want you to lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor. Come on, let's shake it. Something like that. Oh, shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Oh, goodness. Whoa, that's awesome. For me. Oh, thanks. But yeah, so thank you again, God and God Seen, for your messages today. I hope I did you justice by now. Did I? All right, did I? No, I'm not singing another song. Stop it. I love you. Bye, you guys. Kisses to us. Oh, my son. I love them, baby. Love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, bye. Have a great night. Hope to see you next time. Subscribe and like if you haven't already, please. And thank you. All right, bye.